Well, hello everyone and welcome to another Larry's Orchids growing guide. Today we're going to be talking about how to grow giant sequoia. When it comes to growing giant sequoia, a lot of people think that it cannot grow for them. However, if you live in zone 5 to zone 8, you're going to be able to grow giant sequoia. Now, when it comes to growing giant sequoia, they're very adaptable. So the soil does not matter all that much. Just make sure it's a well-draining, loose, fertile soil. Because of the fact that they've been adapting for thousands and thousands of years, they have that ability to readily adapt very quickly when it comes to their growing conditions. Now, when it comes to watering, make sure that you do keep them a little bit more damp than you would your average tree, because of the fact that they do like more water. Now, when they do like water, they do like to drain though. They don't like to have wet feet. So make sure that it is a well-draining soil that you're growing in if you're going to be watering more frequently, just because of the fact that they don't like to be sitting in that water because it'll lead to root rot. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is fertilizing. When it comes to fertilizing your trees, you do not want to give them all that harsh of fertilizer. So make sure you give them your average pine tree fertilizer. You can find that they have spikes for them, but they don't like anything too harsh. So they're going to be a little more specific, but they're very easy to grow. If you're going to fertilize, just make sure you give them just, like a 10-10-10 would be what I would give them, because it's not too harsh. Or like I said, you can go with a fertilizer spike that I know a lot of people make. One off the top of my head would be Winchester Gardens. You can get that at quite a few big box stores. They have a fertilizer spike made for pine trees, and that's going to fertilize them well for a long period of time if you don't like to fertilize with just a regular 10-10-10. Now, the next thing is sunlight. When it comes to giant sequoias, they can handle full sun, and full sun will get them growing their fastest. However, if you cannot give them full sun, at least make sure they're getting more than 5 to 6 hours of sun. 5 to 6 hours is that fringe where you don't want to go any less, but they can handle more. So there you go for that. Now, obviously, when it comes to temperature, we covered that already. So make sure that you can give them zone 5 to zone 8. That's going to be the temperature that they can grow outside. You can plant them right outside in your garden, right outside in your yard, and they're going to do just fine. And then you can tell everyone that you're growing a giant sequoia, and that's pretty cool and definitely more than a novelty. Well, that's about all I got for growing giant sequoias. Hopefully you enjoyed. I really hope you'll check them out. I'll post a link to where you can buy them in the description box below. And it's one of those things where you don't have to think of it as a novelty, but instead think of it as more of a civil duty. It's really cool to say you can grow these, but it's also really nice to grow in as well, because they're very endangered plants. And then we can hopefully spread some throughout the United States and increase their number, because they're a very beautiful tree, and they're something that have been around for thousands of years, and we would like to see them grow for another couple thousand as well. So that's all I got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, please click the subscribe button. That always helps us out, and also share it with your friends if you did, because that also helps as well. And until next episode, this is Luke from Larry's Orchids, thanking you for making us the #1 stop shop for all your orchid and tropical needs. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. Bye.